Headlights is the debut EP from Tor Miller, who joins us here now at B-Sides On Air. Welcome back to San Francisco.
Thank you.
Last time you were here, you were at the Swedish American Music Hall.
Yes, exactly.
Very intimate type of venue, perfect for your music, and now you're back. And did you get a chance to see our fair city last time around? Or?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was fortunate enough I made friends with one of the openers, and so we hung out, and we actually went to an A's game and like hung around Oakland with it.
Oh.
And that was really fun. And then today we're on Haight Street, or Haight Street?
Haight Street,
yeah. And so that was really nice. And
Thank you, San Francisco. So it's been a treat to be on the West Coast, so thank you so much for this, for coming. We appreciate it. The weather's great, you're beautiful people.
You started out in a very 21st century way. Hold the Phone was an iPhone recording.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden someone, picked up on it, and then it snowballed from there. Just from an iPhone recording.
Yeah, I mean, I was 17 at the time. I was going to NYU. It was my first year. I didn't really want to be there so much. I was having having a slight depression sort of vibe, and so I was writing that song and working on it, and it was kind of surmised a period of my life, a new chapter. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely a stepping stone into writing more and becoming who I am today as an artist.
Speaking of going to NYU, you were not really sure that you wanted to go.
Yeah, no, I kind of wanted to be a professional musician, right out the gate, right out of high school. But it wasn't really in the cards for me. I didn't have much interest. And both my parents being lawyers, it was hard to sort of convince them that I shouldn't go. Mm-hmm. And so we compromised, I went to music school and did it for a couple of years, and all the while I was grinding and writing a lot and playing shows every night. And from there I signed a record deal, so I kind of got my way in the end and dropped out.
It's very interesting to hear that your parents were lawyers, because you were very much influenced by what your mother exposed you to as a youngster.
Yeah.
David Bowie, Elton John, some really great artists, right? You would think that she kind of set you up for that,
yeah,
right?
for sure, and they were the ones that put me through lessons, and they've always been supportive, and are still, but education was always so important to them, and it was imperative that I get my degree. But I mean, I was going for a music degree. To me, it didn't make any sense to finish. I didn't think that was the point. I thought it was to sort of buy some time and craft and meet people and be inspired, and then if something like this came along, I mean, you couldn't really say no, and they realized that. So.
Did they ever want you to go into law at any point in time?
I think my dad would have liked me to do it, if I had interest in it, but he would never force me to.
Yeah.
And he could see, I guess, in my eyes that I was pretty passionate about something, and just like my mom, I was going to sort of pursue that and do what I wanted to do.
Congratulations on all the recognition for Carter and Cash.
Thank you.
The story behind it is that you and this girl used to send messages back and forth, and you would sign it Carter and Cash.
Yeah, exactly.
Just whose idea was that, and how did the idea of the song come about?
Well, she gave me a journal to keep as I was traveling all the time. And I've always had a fascination with Johnny Cash, and I think I've always sort of wanted to have some sort of that image as an artist myself, and so she always knew that, and she's an actress and entertainment and whatnot, and so it just kind of happened organically, and so she started signing off on all these letters, like Carter and Cash, or the June to your Johnny, all these things.
Very romantic couple, of course, what everybody strives for. I think, right?
I guess, yeah.
Do you have that romanticism in you? Because one would think that...
Definitely. I mean, this relationship ended recently, and so I'm kind of in that place where I can't ever picture myself ever being in one ever again.
Yeah.
But no, for sure.
Well, being on the road kind of helps you get that separation, right?
No, of course. I mean, the road's not real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
It was just, we were together for a couple weeks, and then I realized a couple weeks in that she was totally out of her mind. And so I had to call it off a bit. And so I called it off and then wrote a song about it. It's called Ketamine.
I feel really off.
Yeah. Well, now things are picking up. Like I said, Carter and Cash is really getting a lot of exposure now, and it's been a while since the EP has been out, so obviously people want to hear when is a full body of work going to be in?
Yeah, well, the powers that be tell me spring, but we'll see how that unfolds. I think we'll release a couple singles in the near future, and see if we can build it to a place where there's going to be a big first week relative to who I am.
So everything is already in the can?
I mean, yeah, the record has been finished for a bit.
Okay.
So I've been sitting on these songs. I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm ready for them to come out.
We're ready too.
Yeah.
Is there a name for the album?
Yeah, American English.
American English.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the name is. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm excited.
Well, we're very much looking forward to the album. Big fan of your music.
Thank you.
And best of luck on the album release, and we'll catch you again next time in San Francisco.
Yes, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. It's the amazing Tor Miller. Make sure you check out the EP Headlights right now. You're watching B-Sides On Air.
Just like water in gas.